Welcome to Silencing Imposter Syndrome. Normally the things we struggle with are things that we feel we're lacking, that we project into the future and that haven't happened yet, so things that aren't yet real. What makes imposter syndrome so unique is that you have achieved certain things, you've accomplished goals, you've gotten this far. You have the proof in front of you. It's like right there. You're not having to, it's not in your imagination. Most of our suffering is in our imagination. And by the way, those who say that imagination isn't real, if you've ever stressed about your future, well, that feels pretty damn real. That's your imagination, no? Imposter syndrome is an artifact of the mind wanting to make statements of permanence, and we believe it. I am this. I am not this. That's not the nature of life. The nature of life is change. You are never something. Nothing is ever something. The three sources of motivation of the mind are fear, fear of the unknown, lack, not being enough, and control. It wants to control everything. So if we're operating from that place, then all our decisions will include those ingredients. And whatever ingredients, whatever the motives are that we put into our decision making, that's going to be included, it'll be integrated in the outcome. We're just perpetuating it, if not multiplying it. And to have this burden, right, this attachment to some belief about yourself, and walk through every day, how this affects us, how it weighs us down. It's tremendous. Some people end their lives because they believe their thoughts so much. So it's not a light subject, believing our thoughts. It can completely change the trajectory of your life. You can cut out a lot of the detours if you learn to be more mindful, if you learn to observe your thoughts. If you can observe your thoughts, then, well, you're not your thoughts, right? If you can observe your feelings, that means you're not your feelings, right? So we all understand this. We get this. Yeah, I can observe my thought. Well, that was one thought, but doing it continuously with every thought takes more practice. But that's all it is. Practice. Noticing how I feel instead of reacting to that and blaming the environment just takes some practice. But we can all already do it just when we put a spotlight on it, like right now. So it's just expanding that ability from there. So that's more of a continuous state. And when we're aware of our thoughts, when we're aware of our feelings, then we're living from our awareness, which is who we are. You're not your job, you're not your title, your money, your belongings, your reputation, your name, your body. It's not who we are. You're the awareness of those things. If you can live more from awareness, it takes so much pressure off of yourself. Like, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this, but also I'm pretty enough, I don't look the way I want. Our relationship with aging, our relationship with beginnings and endings, our relationship towards time. All these things that we obsess about and that really hold us back and push us down. When you identify with thoughts, that is the ego. That's the feeling of needing to defend yourself, right? That's not your inner truth, that's a mental truth. Mental truth needs to constantly validate itself. And that's how people get into fights, and that's how nations get into wars. They're all in their heads. If you look anywhere to the world and where injustice is done, it's because people are in their heads about it. They're believing their thoughts. That's all it is. So you can see, when you make peace with your thoughts, then you make peace with the world. So ultimately, world peace is when everyone is at peace with themselves. You stop judging others when you stop believing judgmental thoughts. And then you'll also stop judging yourself. We're our own worst critic. So more awareness, greater presence. And just even a hint of that infuses so much life, so much energy, so much inspiration, so much creativity. That unknown that we keep blocking ourselves from. because we're afraid of it, because we can't control it. That's only because when we're in our heads does it feel scary. Deepak Chopra has a great chapter in his 7 Spiritual Habits of Success. If you're feeling uncertain, it means you're at the cusp of creativity. You're tapping into the unknown realm. So uncertainty is a good feeling. Make peace with it. Learn to be with it. Know that that's a crucial, vital ingredient of your unfolding